Palantir is surging, artificial intelligence stocks are moving higher, and United States stock futures are pointing toward another positive opening. This is the pre-market update for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, using information verified at 8:10 Eastern Time. The overall market bias is cautiously bullish. S&P 500 futures are higher by approximately 0.2%. Nasdaq 100 futures are up close to 0.8%. Dow futures are higher by approximately 0.6%. A reliable Russell 2000 futures reading was not available at the update time. The strongest market catalyst is Palantir. Palantir reported adjusted earnings of 41 cents per share on revenue of $1.94 billion. The company raised its full-year revenue forecast to between $8.15 and $8.16 billion. United States government revenue increased 90% from 1 year earlier. Demand from commercial customers also remained exceptionally strong. Palantir shares are up approximately 15% before the opening bell, with more than 3.7 million shares already traded. The results are supporting the broader artificial intelligence sector. Marvel is up more than 8%. Intel is higher by approximately 4.5%. AMD is up around 4.5% ahead of its earnings report tonight. Micron is gaining nearly 4%. Supermicro Computer is up approximately 3%. Nvidia is higher by more than 1%. The second major market driver is strength in optical networking. Coherent is up almost 18%. Lumentum is gaining more than 12%. Ciena is up more than 9%. The sector is responding to reports that the United States administration may restrict imports of newer Chinese data center components. The policy has not been finalized, but investors believe it could benefit United States optical and networking suppliers. The third major story is Caterpillar. Caterpillar shares are up almost 9% after the company reported that quarterly profit nearly doubled from 1 year earlier. The result is supporting industrial and cyclical sentiment and shows that today's pre-market strength is not limited entirely to technology. The macro environment is less supportive. The 10-year Treasury yield is near 4.71%. Higher yields can limit the upside for expensive technology and growth stocks. Oil prices also remain volatile. West Texas Intermediate crude is near $80 per barrel after trading above $82 earlier. Iran denied that formal negotiations with the United States were underway, while another vessel was reportedly struck near the Strait of Hormuz. That means geopolitical and inflation risks remain active despite Monday's sharp decline in crude. The VIX is near 15.7, which is within a normal volatility range. The dollar index is close to 100. Gold is modestly higher. Bitcoin is trading near $63,800. The main economic events arrive at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. June job openings are expected to decline to approximately 7.4 million from 7.6 million. Factory orders are expected to rise 0.3% after declining 1.3% previously. The job openings report will be especially important. A stronger reading could push Treasury yields higher by reinforcing the view that the labor market remains tight. A weaker reading could support growth stocks by reducing expectations for further Federal Reserve tightening. The earnings calendar remains busy. Snap reported revenue of approximately $1.6 billion, an increase of 19%. Adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization improved to $250 million. Snap shares are higher after stronger advertising spending during the FIFA World Cup and increased campaign activity from large North American advertisers. ON Semiconductor is also higher after providing a better-than-expected revenue outlook. Management said artificial intelligence data centers remain the company's fastest-growing business. Tonight, AMD reports earnings. Wall Street expects approximately $1.62 in adjusted earnings per share on revenue of roughly $11.3 billion. Investors will focus on data center chips, artificial intelligence accelerators, China restrictions, and forward guidance. SpaceX is also scheduled to release its first earnings report since becoming publicly traded. Investors will focus on Starlink, Starship development, artificial intelligence spending, and the approaching expiration of its shareholder lockup. 3 stocks deserve the closest attention. The first is Palantir. It has the strongest combination of a confirmed earnings catalyst, heavy volume, and broad artificial intelligence relevance. The key question is whether the stock can hold its opening range after a 15% gap. The second is Coherent. It is the largest major pre-market gainer and is trading on a policy-related catalyst. Watch whether Lumentum, Ciena, and Marvell confirm strength across optical networking. The third is AMD. The stock is higher ahead of tonight's earnings report. Watch whether investors continue accumulating shares or begin reducing exposure before the announcement. The biggest market risk is that strong job openings data or renewed Middle East escalation pushes Treasury yields and oil prices higher. The strongest market catalyst is Palantir's earnings beat and raised annual revenue forecast. The opening strategy is to remain patient. Mark the pre-market high, the pre-market low, and the prior closing price. Let the first 5 to 15 minutes establish direction. Monitor the 10-year Treasury yield and semiconductor breadth. Reduce position size around large earnings gaps. Remember that job openings and factory orders arrive at 10 o'clock. Define the entry, stop loss, profit target, and maximum daily loss before entering. Do not chase the first artificial intelligence rally. This is market before the bell. Trade with a plan, control your risk, and never chase the opening move.